We're here. Hello. So we're going to begin our Sunday gathering. Hello online. I'll come creep up on you later. We're going to begin our Sunday gathering with the ringing of our bowl. I'll ring it 3 times. That's kind of our cue for us to just soften the eyes, go within, and then we'll have an invocation with our practitioner of service today, the wonderful Beth Hobbs. So we shall begin, and I'll be back. And so turning within and following that awareness all the way to the center of the heart, and finding there that presence of love, that presence of all that exists, that is there for our learning, our journeys, our understanding of what it means to walk the spiritual paths that we have chosen for ourselves. And in that greeting and in that meeting, understanding, there is only one heart, one mind, one breath. And it is manifesting by means of each and every person here, each and every person on the planet, each and every living thing. It is ours by way of our understanding. And so in the center of this, there is love. That love that passes all understanding. And so as I breathe this into myself, to my awareness, to my awakening, I also recognize that as I look out, I see that same connection with each and every person around me, sitting next to me, before me, behind me, and beyond. And so I know as we come together in community, it is with that desire to be together, to recognize, to practice the namaste. The God in me sees the God in you. And so I know today is a day of that remembering, that understanding, that realizing. It is a day of joy. And so I simply allow this to be. I bless it. And so it is. So it is. Thank you, Beth. Yes, let's give a little round of applause. I had to put your slide up. I'm running my slides. Beth Haas, a teacher here, practitioner here, a beloved here. So thank you, Beth. That was lovely. Yes, one more time. Wonderful, Beth Haas. So welcome, everybody. I'm Reverend Charlene. It is my joy and my honor to be back in community today. We took a little break last week with the advancement of Tropical Storm Hillary, and we had some fun online. I know I saw lots of you online. We just jumped on for some coffee talk with Rev Char, and it was fun. I think we had a good time. But how good it is to be back here together in the air conditioning, with the music, with the message. So welcome.
If you're new here, I was just talking to Sam back in the back, and I was thinking about it when I was talking with him, and I was like, you know, if each and every one of us feels a little bit of the God self within them, within us today, we've won. That's what we do here, right? We come together to remember the truth of our being, that we are God in form, saying hello to many, many, many gods in form. And if we can remember that and feel the peace in it, God, what a gift. What a gift. So I am here imperfectly, with delight, enjoying this life. I've taken on this the real secret to a fabulous life is to live imperfectly with great delight. So I'm happy that we're here together. Hello, online. Hi. We're going to turn the camera around a little bit today so you can see. I'm so happy you're here with us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I expect nothing less than toe tapping and singing along, if possible, from home or wherever you are, okay? I love you. Welcome. All right, so we're going to start. I know, right? Welcome online. So we're going to start today, as we normally do, with our community song, which is Alive with the Spirit of God. I hope to hear you belt it out with Joanna and Mike today. Jim is on a little walkabout. He's with his wife Peg, and they're traveling the coast of California, so it's...
I would like to be doing
You're right? Yeah. I'm glad you're here. I'm really happy you're here. One day, we'll let you drive the coast of California. So yes, let's join together with Alive in the Spirit of God. All right, next time. There it is.
I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, alive with the Spirit of God. All right, let's hear it even louder, yeah? I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, oh, alive with the Spirit of God. Let's do it one more time. One more time, again. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. Sing it for me. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, oh, alive with the Spirit of God.
I love that none of you are shying away. She starts to boogie out, and I'm like, oh, there she goes. She's on the room, right? And yet you didn't turn away like a student in class. You just were like, I'm leaning in. I'm going to sing. So thank you for that. That was lovely. I just love it. We're on the move here. I like to move. That's another song we could do one day. I like to move it. All right, I digress. All right, so our moment to get busy living. So last week, right, we had the impending tropical storm Hillary. She was delightful. She wasn't too bad, right? But holy cow, did all my relatives and friends from all over the globe were like, are you okay? Are you sure? Do you need sandbags? So, and look, we made the right decision, right? Safety, I love us. And I will always put us over anything. Over this building, over being here. So we made the right decision. We stayed at home. We had coffee talk, and we were in our jammies, and we waited excitedly for the rain to come, and she sure did. But you know, it was interesting. One of the things we talked about online, which I want to talk about a little bit here, is when something big like that comes up, right? It could be an earthquake, it could be whatever it is, right? Something that impacts us. It does tend to put things in perspective. It really does. It doesn't matter if it's a diagnosis, the loss of something to us. It puts things in perspective. And so for today, I want to read this little blurb about, this is from Michael Landon. Do you remember who Michael Landon is? Yes, so he was the dad on Little House on the Prairie, and I was secretly in love with him. I love Michael Landon. I love you too, Daddy, but Michael Landon was, he was Michael Landon. So he says this, somebody should tell us right at the start of our lives that we are dying. Oh, you didn't? Okay, let's get rid of it. You didn't know you're dying right this second? We forget. We're all dying. There are cells in our body that are dying right now. Okay, let's now go back.
There's also 300 million being born.
Thank you. We are part, thank you, Lauren. We are part of the we are beautiful, beloved bodies. Listen, I'm going to go into another whole talk, which I won't. But we are an embodiment of divine giving and receiving, right? There are cells being generated, and there are souls that are dying. Okay, let me start again. Somebody should tell us right at the start of our lives that we are dying. Then we might live life to the limit. Every minute of every day. Do it. I say, whatever you want to do it now. There are only so many tomorrows. Taylor Swift says, life isn't how to survive the storm. It's about how to dance in the rain. So, my charge for us this morning, and for you online, put it in the chat, I want you to just take a moment and think about, get busy living. What would you do? Close your eyes if you want. What would you do? What would you do if you knew that there were not that many tomorrows left? If you knew it. If you knew your expiration date, what would you do now, tomorrow, this week, to get busy living? Do you have an idea? Did something come in? All right, so what I want you to do, if you're brave, is I want you to tell your neighbor about it, okay? I want you to tell your neighbor what you would do to get busy living, okay? Ready? Go! What would you do? Experiences. I didn't hear pay bills. Not once did I hear I'd pay a bill. An important part of life, but yet, right? When we really think about it, right? If we were to get busy living, it would be about experiences. It would be about people. That's what I love about just this community too. It's nice that we do what we do, and I'm not discounting that, but this is what it's about. The connection, knowing each other, having experiences together. So thank you for playing. Thank you for playing. So we have two very, 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 very special people in our lives who had birthdays this week. Now, normally we celebrate our birthdays at the beginning of the month, but because these people are very, 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 very special to us. One of them is here. Cecilia, can you come up here, please? Cecilia, come up. So Cecilia Birch, our office administrator, and just, we cannot do what we do here without Cecilia. I'm so grateful for both Cecilia and Joanna. So we're going to thoroughly embarrass you. So I have a plant here because Cecilia is my plant mama, like me. The whole stage is eventually going to be covered in a jungle of plants. So she takes care of all the plants, but that's for you, honey. That's a new plant for you. And Joanna, this is for you. Barb Murray, love you. Put this together. She put musical notes all over it. So we're going to sing happy birthday, and Mike is going to lead us, right, Mike? Okay, all right. Are we ready? Okay. Celebrate the social hall a little bit. We've got yummies and beautiful flowers for you. So, thank you. All right, where am I? Check. We did that. We didn't pay bills. Good, good, good. All right, so we're going to have our spiritual reading this morning with our practitioner of service, Beth Haas.
So the talk today and the theme this month has been the gifts of imperfection. And so my mind went immediately to kind of the mistress of the idea of the gifts of imperfection, which is who is Brené Brown. And she has books, she has just this beautiful vision of how we can accept ourselves. And so I took some of her quotes, and I figured because I'm reading them, that counts as a spiritual reading, right? Or the gifts of imperfection. So we just looked at what would we do, get busy. And I think the first step is we've got to be good with who we are and stop trying to be somebody else, right? And so Renee is here to remind us about that. She starts out by saying perfectionism is self-destructive simply because there is no such thing as perfect. Okay? Authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. Right? Okay. Let's see. No matter what gets done and how much is left undone, I am enough. It's going to bed at night thinking, yes, I am imperfect and vulnerable and sometimes afraid. But that doesn't change the truth that I am also brave and worthy of love and belonging. We get in our own ways sometimes of all those things. I see a lot of this. Okay. Owning our story, this is who I am, and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing we'll ever do. Okay? 2 more. Authenticity is a collection of choices that we have to make every day. It's about the choice to show up and be real, the choice to be honest. The truth is, belonging starts with self-acceptance. Your level of belonging, in fact, can never be greater than your level of self-acceptance, because believing that you're enough is what gives you the courage to be authentic, vulnerable, and imperfect. And so it is. Yes.
Okay, we're all dismissed now because that's it. That's it right there. Thank you, Beth. I love Brené Brown. Oh, so good, so good. This one did something very brave this week. Can we say it out loud? Then it makes it just all these conscious beings then affirm it.
Yes.
She signed an album contract. Yes, girl.
Yes.
And it is called Authentically Me.
You can't make this up. Okay. You just can't make it up. So please, I know. I know. We're so proud of you. Okay. All right, we'll give her a second. She has to.
I kind of want to sit and sing this one because it's like a story. So
Yeah.
I want to be with you guys on this.
Yeah. You are with us.
This
We are
is
with you.
fun. Thank you.
Please, let's welcome Joanna and Mike.
So this is a request by Miss Beth here. Why did you request this song?
I love this song.
You love this song?
And I could hear it in your voice.
When I was a girl each week, on Sunday we'd go to church, pay attention to the priest. He would read the holy word, consecrate the holy bread, and everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. When I was at Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two, and Jesus made the water wine. I remember feeling sad. Miracles don't happen still, but now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. And the water is not that small, but an even bigger magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but find it when there isn't one. When holy water was where it best, barely with my fingertips. Now I have to hold my breath, 'cause I'm swimming in a sea of it. I can get the words out. Used to be a world half there, having second-rate hand-me-downs, but I walk with a reverend air, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Read a question in child's face. Say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come. Say it's not a sacrament. I'll tell you that it can't be done. This morning I went outside, saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush.
when everybody just teaches the message for me, so I don't have to do anything. So thank you. That's what it's about. That's it. I want everybody to feel it. I want everybody to cry because it's just God spilling out of our eyes because it's just so powerful. So thank you for embodying that.
Wasn't a plan.
Well, what do they say about God laughing when we make plans?
Yeah, loudly.
My beloved, you're so cute. Here you go. Look, our ministry is based on authenticity. It's no coinky-dink that that's the album. It's what our mission here is to be fully transparent and authentic. We are walking together. It's not just me up here as some talking head. Yes, I went to school, and yes, I've read lots of stuff, but we walk together to experience God and principle together. Look at these babies. Can you show them at home? Is that not God in form or what? So the talk title is Beauty in the Mess. See me right there. Beauty in the Mess. This year we're living out loud, and this month is passion and purpose. And today we're really just going to talk about the beauty in the mess, in the imperfection. The imperfection and the perfection of this life is the paradox. God is paradox. It is a big question mark. There is perfection, absolutely. There is a divine perfection at the center of everything. And it also looks very imperfect. And so we're going to explore that a little bit today. I like this quote. Oh, wait, not that one. Another one. Stop trying to fix yourself. You're not broken. You are perfectly imperfect and power beyond measure. Stop trying to fix yourself. There's nothing to fix. We're not broken. We're not broken. We're perfect. And we're imperfect. And if we could just live in the delight of that, because it is God's good pleasure. It is Spirit's delight having its experience through us. And it delights in it. In all of our lovely messiness. Scott Aubrey says this: imperfection is not a sign of the absence of God. It is evidence of an ongoing creative process which includes both perfection and imperfection. It's an ongoing process. And there is a gift, there is a message, there is some aspect of the divine weaving itself through every experience. And I'm here to remind us all the time. We forget. I look at social media, I look at, talking heads on the TV, and I compare myself to them, right? I think, oh, that is the standard. There it is. It's not true. In all of our uniqueness, in all of our individuality, God is feeling itself into life. God doesn't want the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. And the reason why we know that is because look at our life. Is anything the same? Really? Nothing is the same. No leaf, no grain of sand, no rock, no person, no bird, right? It could go on and on. Nothing is the same. It's all different. It's all unique. So I'm going to talk a little bit about today about when I've been messy. And one of the stories that I love to just kind of play with is the Emperor's New Clothes. I know this is one of our favorites. Does everybody know that old? It's a fairy. It's a Hans Christian Andersen tale about the emperor. And the emperor says he wants. I have a cute little thing for this one. Okay, there's my little emperor. Isn't it cute? Look at him. So the emperor says, I want some nice clothes. I want the nicest clothes ever. And, who can offer this to me? And so these 3 men come into play, and they're like, yes, we can make you the best clothes. We have come from Italy. We have the finest fabrics, the finest weaves. But they warn him, only wise people are going to be able to see those clothes. Only the brilliant ones are going to know. Those unbrilliant people, they don't know they don't even know what to look at. But trust us. So they go about this whole beautiful procession of dressing this emperor, creating the clothes, holding them up, and they're, of course, they cannot be seen, right? Because only the most wise and intelligent people can see the clothes. And the emperor's like, oh, I can see them. Yes, they're very beautiful. I see them. Yeah, let me put them on. Okay, I'm going to put them on. Yes, oh goodness, aren't they so beautiful? And off he goes, right? And he's naked. And all the crowd is like, do we say something? What's wrong with me? Why can't I see the clothes? I can't see it. I must be one of the imperfect people because I can't see them. And then, look, there he is. A small babe in the crowd, laughing his butt off. You're naked. You're naked. Right? And he calls out the entire fallacy of it. And so there's just so much in this story about believing, right? Believing other people over what we know. Not being able to go against popular opinion. What? Navigating our own lives to see and know who we are. I mean, think about it. All the social constructs that we're involved in, right? Friends group, work, social media, just the group thinking that goes on and on and on. And I want us to be honest with ourselves, embrace ourselves, think for ourselves, question. How many of us have been hoodwinked? I have. I've been hoodwinked. A very dear, my beloved best friend just recently got hoodwinked. It happens when we don't trust ourselves. When I think, oh, I gotta go along with whatever's happening over here, even though I'm not digging that. I'm not vibing with that. But it takes a certain strength of character to really know yourself and stand apart and be like, nope. And I truly believe that's what we do here at Center for Spiritual Living. I really do. There's so much groupthink out there. I just want us to be like that small child in the crowd. Be like the babe. Trust ourselves. Maybe not make fun of people, point them out, but, trust ourselves. Because comparison is the thief of joy. So this little guy's like, everyone else is more successful than me. I see everybody on Facebook and Instagram and Threads, and they're all so successful. And he's like, remember that no one is posting their failures. I actually thought about that. I was like, that would be an interesting experiment to really just post when I have a really big flopping failure and be like, yep, this is me. Because it's embracing ourselves, all of ourselves. Because comparison is the thief of joy. And I want all of us to just live as joyfully as possible, all the time. So that might mean not going into comparison when we're, when I'm looking at, who do I look at on TV? Let's see, who do I look at? I would compare, like Heidi Klum. She's not normal. I don't know if she's a human being. I mean, she's had like 5 kids. Have you seen her? She's in her 50s. She looks fantastic, right? But that would be probably my go-to comparison. I don't look like Heidi Klum.
Close.
Well, brace yourself. So this is me.
And we love it.
You know, this really isn't me. That's AI. But it is me.
It is you.
I love AI. There'll be a whole talk on AI later this year. But that's AI. But I do love that it gave me my wrinkles, right? You know, show the picture, Zach, if you don't mind. It did give me my wrinkles. It showed my little, you know, freckly things. It wasn't totally fake, but that's AI. That's also me. Those are some cool shades, baby. Yeah, this is me too. I think Lauren made that cap for me, probably. I think that's at McAlvey or Hobie Circle when you did balloons. This is also me. Do you dig the eye patch?
Yeah.
I had to wear that for like 2 weeks. It was fantastic. Oh, it's all me. All of it. You know what's a great spiritual practice? I challenge you. Go through your photos and look at all the photos that are not so flattering of yourself and don't delete them. I tend to kind of like delete those bad boys out of there. So when I did this for this talk, I was like, oh, I do have quite a few not flattering photos of myself in there. But I kind of patted myself on the back and I said, that's a good thing. Because it's all of me. Sometimes I think I look fantastic and sometimes I look like that. You know what's fantastic about this photo too is this guy in the corner, he was side-eyeing me like, oh my God, what a weirdo. Oh, he was not enjoying my antics on the subway. As a first-time subway person, you know, you're like, whoa! The people who ride the subway every day are like, give me a break, lady.
Is that Chicago?
That was New York. This is my favorite picture of me. On the grass, no makeup, hair. I know, it doesn't even look like it, does it? That's me. That's me. Grounding on the grass. Okay? So, Ernest Holmes says, we are to know that passing events cannot hinder the onward march of the soul. The temporary imperfection of the human cannot dim the eternal integrity of the divine. The temporary imperfection of the human cannot dim the eternal integrity of the divine. The light's there. The light's in there. In my mess. And my messiness. I am the integral, eternal, divine soul. Forever. I live forever. I'm not this skin, this hair. I'm not these blemishes. I'm not this body. If I am comparing myself to Heidi Klum, even if I'm comparing myself to the leaderboard on my spin bike, which I do, which I'm not going to do anymore, I'm out of joy, right? Because the minute I look at that leaderboard on my spin bike, I'm like, oh my gosh, Charlene, there's 50,000 people riding this ride, and you're in the, you're at the 47,000. I'm like way down the line from the leaderboard, the leads in that spin class. But then it takes me right out of the joy of being present and being on the bike, okay? Comparison is the thief of joy, because there are no accidents, we are on purpose. And if I am comparing myself to my bank account, my clothes, my house, my appearance, my relationships, then I'm out of joy. I'm immediately out of joy. Do you know that Google rewards employees for making mistakes? They have a whole thing about it. There's several businesses that do this, but Google rewards them for taking risks and making mistakes because they know and understand and embrace a culture of mistakes as opportunities. You tried it. Woohoo! It didn't work. Woohoo! We're going to try something different. It's okay. There's no shame in that game. So question long-held beliefs. You can question here too. Don't just believe it because I said it. Think about it. Question it. Find your path. Find your way. Find your belief. What works for you, works for you. Remember that emperor? Let's not do that, right? Let's evaluate what's working, what's not working. And then be brave enough to embrace those failures to make a change. Because that's what we're here to do, right? We may miss the mark. We may not hit that bullseye. That's okay. We can pull back that arrow and try again. Try again. I just can't get over this. I've been using this slide like for a month, but I love it. This is the best slide. The awe factor. Because that's how we should be living. Woo! When we see God in everything, when, just as Joanna was saying, when everything is holy, that's where we live. When everything, even our mistakes, have meaning, that's when we're living here. And what are we doing by staying safe? I love this Mother Teresa quote. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not yet come. We only have today. Let us begin. What are we doing if we're not taking a chance? Staying safe even though we're dying? Remember? We were born and now we're on that march to transition. Yeah. So what am I doing staying safe? Can I consciously curate my life? And it doesn't have to be like big stuff. Some of us have big, grand whys. You know, I just have little whys, which W-H, let me spell, W-H-Y, apostrophe S, whys. I have a bunch of little whys. My sons, my wife, here, job. They all add up to a beautiful big life. And we're all doing that. We have so many juicy little whys that make a big why in our life of who we are. And I think we forget. Again, comparison is the thief of joy. I compare myself to whatever, Brene Brown. I have my own basket of little whys that makes a difference. And I think you would all, if I asked you, you'd all be like, yes, it makes a difference. What we do here matters. And so having a little insight into our little whys, I hope you all look at that. Look at your own little basket. It can make meaning out of the mundane, being fully human. Even in the messiness, even in the embarrassment, that can move us back into the awe factor, right? In the sheer wonder of it. It is amazing that we're here at all. And when we look at our little whys, it resolves us from any big responsibility for some grand idea of what we think we should be doing. It kind of takes that pressure off of us. I've got lovely little whys. I love this. Quickly, I'm going to say this little story about Jim Carrey because it's about get busy living. So Jim Carrey said that his father really was extremely funny. Like, very funny. He says he's funnier than Jim Carrey. And he chose to become an accountant. Seems like an oxymoron, but whatever. So he chooses to be an accountant, right? Which is fine. There's no shame in that accountant game. I love accountants. I depend on them. But Jim's point is, He ended up losing his job. Deep into his career, he lost his job in his 50s and was like, okay, well, what the heck? And Jim's point is, why didn't you try being a comedian? That was your passion. That's what you really wanted to do. Why not just try it? Why not begin? Take a chance on doing something you love and get messy. You might fail. So what? Living a life that's worth dying for? Because we're dying already. So let's get busy living a life that's worth living for, and remembering being perfectly messy. The beauty in the mess. I love you, and so do you. All right, let's welcome back Joanna and Mike for Live Like You Were Dying.
Said I was in my early 40s with a lot of life before me. When a moment came and stopped me on a dime, and I spent most of the next days looking at the X-rays, talking about the options and talking about sweet time. I asked him when it's sinking, it might be the real end. How's it hit you when you get that kind of news? Man, and he said, I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds. All I wanted for my truth, and I loved deeper and spoke sweeter, and I gave forgiveness I've been denying. And he said, I
speak sweeter, love more, forgive. Now, what are we waiting for? I am not going to ride a bull named Fu Manchu. Only 2.7 seconds. I know, right? It's so small.
I know where there's a pool down the street, there's one. Mechanical one.
I'm like, where would that be? That's true. No. Look, yeah, I want us all to start living, because we are dying. We are dying. So get busy living. All right. It is that time of service where we are able to give our gifts. Were you fed here today? I had a little joke last week when we were online. Thank you, ambassadors, for coming on up. I said, hey, don't forget to tip your waitress. Which everybody loved. But seriously, I want us to give where we are fed. If you are fed here spiritually, if you took something away from the message, when you make a commitment to saying, yes, I was fed, I felt God in my physical being, and then when you give to that, Spirit says, yes, my beloved, let me pour more into your experience. It is part of divine principle, which is the giving and the receiving of life. And so I am just so grateful for all that give here, so we can do this work together. We can listen to these beloveds and to teach classes. We are a teaching center. We have 30 plus people in a class right now. We are changing lives by changing consciousness, and it changes the world. So thank you. Thank you for all of the auto-tithers. You know, when we don't have a physical service like we did last week, we were online. When you're an auto-tither, it's still support. We still had a fantastic week because of auto-tithers. So thank you. So if you take your gift, we have Venmo, PayPal, the website. Online, you can go right to our website and donate, right to Venmo under charities and donate. Just take that feeling sense of whatever it is, your gift, put it on your heart. Breathe into it, feel it, because it is the gift of life. I am so grateful for these gifts, for this support that we are able to do what we do here so fantastically. It is good and very good, and I am so grateful. And so it is. So if you would join me with our affirmation of abundance, this is important. You know, when we speak it, when we believe it, Spirit says, here you go, here's some more. It's a principle. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now. Thank you. And so it is.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need.
Thank you, Joanna. Thank you. Right? So if I was buying into that comparison thing, I'd be like, oh, Joanna sings so lovely. And I just mouth the words. But I don't. I sing now. I turn my mic off, but I sing. All right, our announcements this morning. So today we have a gorgeous gift of Beth Haas facilitating our Soul Cards workshop. It's from 1 to 4, so have a little bite in the social hall, or maybe go out and come back 1 o'clock. Beth has all the materials. It's a wonderful way to consciously allow pictures and words to come through you to co-create your life. and they go on a nice little card, and then you hang it up. Now, I'll tell you, firsthand experience, I did this, right? And it's interesting, I had a green, kind of this greenish card for some reason. I was doing something on visioning in the top right-hand corner. And then I just noticed like a month or two ago that the new card I just bought, without even realizing it, is this greenish kind of card that looks just like the card that's on my card. You just can't, it's crazy. It works. So that's the bottom line, is it works. Take the Soul Cards Workshop. It's a lovely way to come together, meet new people, and co-create with Spirit your life. We are bringing back the Taizé service. I'm so excited. So the Taizé service is going to be September 10th. Mark your calendars. This is not what we do on a normal Sunday. We move all the chairs out. We create a sacred space. The lights are low. You come in. The singing bowls are going. We're going to have Joanna singing and chanting. We're going to have the gong again. It's an hour where you feel into the vibration of this room and of the self. And you just really go within to just feel that power, that presence within you. It's fantastic. I hope you come and join us and spread the word. It's Sunday, September 10th. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be great. Again, we're going to Storm Stadium. There's only a few tickets left. I've got mine. It's super fun. We all go together. We sit together at Storm Stadium. We watch a baseball game. I love the Elsinore Storm. The food is super inexpensive. I can get a hot dog for a couple bucks, get a beer. It's really a good time. So I hope you come with us. There's, I think, 30 of us going. Come join us. It's super fun. We're also going back to Joshua Tree, October 5th through October 7th. So there's the sign-up sheet. We have this little announce. We got flyers on it, okay? Even if you can only come up for the day, come up for the day.
Not the right time for me.
Not the right time for you?
Sorry.
It's okay. Did that come out? Did I speak that out loud? Yes. It's the right time or it's not the right time. If it's the right time for you, please come join us. We have a great time in Joshua Tree. We do some Taizé, we do some Tai Chi, we do meditation, we color, we do art and contemplate, speak with trees. It's great. We have a great time. All right. Our Diversity and Inclusion Committee is hosting Listening as an Act of Love on Sunday, September 17th after service. We'll probably have a potluck that day, so you can stay, have a little lunch, and then come together. We come together in a circle after service to listen to one another. Do you know how lovely it is that we all have different opinions? We all do. And then how lovely it is to know that we're more alike than different. And that really is this circle, when we listen to each other in love, we understand each other, and we have really come to the conclusion that we are so much more alike than different. We just think that we're a bunch of different bodies, and we're not. So it's a wonderful opportunity to meet other people and get to know them at a deeper level. So I hope that you come for that. All right, those are our announcements for today. Oh, a couple other things too. If you listen, I've heard them a couple times out there. We have teens. We started our teen program today. Fernanda and Ted are over there right now with teens and pizza, and you better believe I'm going to be charging over there to get my slice of pizza. But they're over there. We started the teen group. We're going to have a teen Sunday twice a month. If you have teens, if you know teens, it's a great way for them to just get to know each other and have a safe space to be. And really, Ted and Fernanda are so gorgeous at just allowing teens to be who they are, their beautiful, unique, sometimes atheist selves, right? They're questioning life right now, which as they should be, and opening up and holding that space container for a teen to just be like, I don't know what I believe. I don't know. Maybe I don't believe anything. And that's totally cool, totally rad. You can be that in this space. You can really be it here too. I want us to question and try to understand what we believe, right? But so the teens are back. So that's very exciting. And all the information is on our website if you have teens in your life or could think of a teen. Spread the word and have them come on over. All right? Yes, Steve.
I got a ticket for the Storm game that I'm not going to be able to use.
Oh.
If anybody wants it, I'm going to
Go see him. Go grab him. Literally, go grab him. All right, it's a time where we come together in prayer. So here at Center for Spiritual Living Temecula Valley, under the umbrella of Centers for Spiritual Living, which is our parent organization, we believe and know that as we know together and remember the truth of our being together, that we are connective with this collective consciousness, and it changes the world. Prayer changes things. And so this is our opportunity as metaphysicians, as religious scientists, as thinkers and conscious beings to come together in prayer and remember the truth of who we are. So I like to close my eyes, but you can close the eyes, soften the gaze. Eyes wide open, it doesn't matter. We come together in consciousness. This time of focus in consciousness. And so I know and declare God as love. It is the all and the everything. It is the circumference of being, and it is the center point of being. It's everything. Expressing itself, being more of itself, revealing the color that it is in all form. And so I know that we are this love made manifest here, present, now, each of us, individualized, beautiful expressions of God. And so I speak my word now, knowing I am joined in this collective consciousness, that we are remembering the truth of our being. We are questioning and listening to our own intuitive voice, that voice that knows us, that is us, that we trust it, above all else. And so it's in these moments of contemplation and centering that we can listen to that voice, that intuitive knowing. And so I know that we remember this as we move into our week with whatever experience is presented in front of us. That we remember that there are no accidents, everything is on purpose, and even in the messiness of life, God is expressing itself, and there is a gift within it. So I know that we embrace our messiness. We embrace our unique selves. And then when we do that, we have compassion and allowance for others to express themselves too. So with great gratitude for this knowing, for this remembering, I say thank you. Thank you, thank you. I place my word into the power and action of the law, knowing it is so. And together we affirm. And so it is. Thank you. So it is. So remember, there's cake in the social hall. Maybe peek in on the teens and say hi. We're going to stand and close with our closing song, which is what the world needs now, which is us, us, us.
If you want to know